Yo guys, what's going on? It's Sandman here, and welcome to another episode of Everybody Loves a Top 5. And today it's going to be about movie games that were made from the movies. And this is my top 5, guys, so I'm sorry if you disagree. Remember, you can always leave your top 5s in the comments below or make a video response, that's always welcome. So yeah guys, let's kick it off anyway with number 5. I've got this written down here on my old blower. Okay, my number 5 is Enter the Matrix on the Xbox 360 and PlayStation 2. Right. Enter the Matrix was, in regards to, Enter the Matrix is nothing like the films. It was just plugged from the films. Basically, you're this guy and this girl that no one ever heard of before the second film. And you're put into this environment and you've got to try and go through the Matrix to save people, save the Matrix, get rid of the Matrix, try and make people see the real world and all this. It's a crazy game, but it's using all the physics. It's kind of like a fighting game with Max Payne mechanics. Okay, so like you dive into the sides, you can do all the shooting like Max Payne, and you can dive forwards and punch people in the face in slow motion. It's a really cool game. But the game was slated in the reviews and stuff. People hate it. People said it was a bad game, but it wasn't all that bad in my eyes. It was really, really fun. Like, some of the bits were a bit annoying, with the helicopter. Like, there's a level with the helicopter, and you had to somehow destroy it, and you're in this airport, but there was no way to destroy it. Like, you had to kind of run across the floor, dive out the window, shoot it with a rocket launcher while diving out the window, and you always miss and die. Okay, but other than that, the game was really, really fucking cool. Like, I don't know why people didn't like it. It had all the cool mechanics, where the fighting mechanics were pretty good. Like, the further you went onto the game, you learned more combos, you learned different abilities. Like, you weren't just given all the abilities at once. Like, after the first couple of levels, you could unlock where you can dive in slow motion sideways or forwards or backwards, and different throws, different attacks, different moves and punches and stuff and kicks. So the game was fun. Like, I don't even know why people slated it anyway, but I enjoyed it. You guys probably didn't, but it's it's a cool game in my eyes. So Enter the Matrix is my number 5. Okay, my number 4, guys, is going to be GoldenEye on the N64. Right, I remember this game when I was younger because me and my little cousin Luke, we used to always cheat, unlock all the gold guns, and then play versus split screen. And the split screening was so fun. We used to run around certain maps, trying to kill each other. Like, I used to always go to the midget guy so he could never shoot me, and shit like that, man. So the game was really, really fun. And basically, it took everything from the GoldenEye film. That was out, and I'm not sure when that came out, to be honest, so I won't give you a date. But they took everything from that and put it into the game, and the game was really fun. The single player campaign was really good, and the split screening was really good. The co-op, it was one of the first games that gave you co-op and stuff, so that was really good. And the game was so fun. It was difficult as well. It was a challenging game. You couldn't just go in and go all guns blazing running in. You had to think of tactics, because a couple of bloods and you were dead in GoldenEye. So you'd have to take cover. You'd have to pop out. And with the N64 controls, it was so difficult because you have to play with the middle toggle here, and you have to shoot with these 2 buttons here. But then you have to use the D-pad to change weapons. It was a difficult game to play. So it did take a lot of skill to be good at the game. But I played it for years with my cousin, so we got really good at it, and we pitched through the campaign, and then we'd have 4-hour sessions where we would play against each other on split screen. So yeah, I'm gonna say my number 4 is GoldenEye for the N64, guys. Okay, so my number 3 is probably one of my favourite games of all time, which is Star Wars Battlefront 2. Okay, a lot of people haven't heard of this game or played it even. It's a shooting game made from Star Wars, right? But you're not Jedis. You play as different kinds of people. And now it's weird. It's weird. The footage you're gonna see in the corner up here, you'll notice that it's a shooting game. It's it was. It was basically you could pick between the Alliance. You could be on the good side or the bad side. I was always on the bad side because I like playing as the Stormtroopers, like people who shoot off the hip and never hit anything. But yeah, I used to always go as like the bad guys, and I used to always try and kill the Jedi, or whatever it's called. I forgot what they're called now. But I used to love that game, like online as well. Like on the offline campaign wasn't the best, and everyone says this, but the online game like was the first time like they put like 20 versus 20. I know, like the game 20 versus 20 back in the day when it first came out, the game was huge. Like I had it on the PC, so my graphics were up to date, and like the online multiplayer was, you know, really big and strong, so we could hack it. So like my computer was fine with it, so there was no lag or anything, and the game runs so smooth. The game was brilliant. Like there was loads of maps. The game came massive. Like it wasn't like one of these games now. Like I've heard Gears of War Judgment is coming out with 4 fucking maps on day of release, and then a couple of weeks later they're gonna release like 6 other maps. Like, oh, what the fuck's that about? Like Battlefront 2 went, nah, here's everything in the game. There was like 40 maps. There was like so much to do, and the game was brilliant. And I recommend anyone now, if you can get hold of it, just to check it out, because the game still works on PC. So if you can get it on PC, you can still play it online, and the game is still so fun. So if you can, guys, go pick it up. And that was my number 3. Okay, my number 2 is going to be, right, this game was for the PlayStation 2, Spider-Man 2. Okay, Spider-Man 2 was very revolutionary for a type of game it was. Basically, the swinging mechanics in this game were perfect. It's not like the new Spider-Man games, where it's like you've got to whip onto buildings and stuff like that. Like, he's just shooting it in the fucking sky. He's not connecting to anything. But it worked. It fucking worked. They made the game so fun and good. Like, I don't understand why now they made games ultra-realistic when it's not meant to be, you know? Like, Spider-Man the film and the comics, he's whipping around all around New York, Manhattan, and he's taking out bad guys, and, like, he's untouchable. Like, but in the game, for some reason in the new games, like, he'll be whipping off buildings, and if you swing wrong, you'll fall and die. You know, like, that's what I mean. Like, Spider-Man would not fall and die. You know? But that's what happens in this new games, and in Spider-Man 2, it wasn't like that. You'd swing right round Manhattan. You'd be going to different tops of buildings, jumping off them, eagle diving like Assassin's Creed, pulling people out the air, like fighting with your web. You know, the mechanics are really good. The fight mechanics as well were really top notch. Like, you'd learn new stuff. You'd learn like abilities with your web as well, and you'd earn like abilities where basically like you could like grab more than one person, put them together, and like throw them off a building. You know what I mean? So like you can throw them to the coppers and shit. Pardon me. But the game was so good. So guys, as I say, if you have a PlayStation 2 or a backwards compatible PS3, get it, guys. It's gonna be so cheap now. You can get it for like 79p if you see it in shops. So pick it up, guys, if you can. That's Spider-Man 2. Right, okay. I'll knock the phone in. Okay, yeah. My number 1 pick for my favourite movie games is Ghostbusters, the video game. Okay? This game is fucking one of the best games I've played from a movie anyway. Well, it's obviously my favourite, but it's one of the best overall because it made you feel like you're a Ghostbuster. Basically, the game's about you basically becoming the new Ghostbuster in the team, and you've got to work with like the actual voice actors that were in the game, like Bill Murray. Like, Bill Murray's in the fucking game, and like he speaks, and like you're thinking, fuck, I'm actually in Ghostbusters right now. I've got to learn off these guys, and you're fighting ghosts with them. They teach you, they run you through the steps, and it's such a fun game. Like the first level when you're fighting the Slimer, and like he's running around this fucking hotel, he's gone mad, he's gone loose, so you got to try and get him, and you're like the one that they make go into the room to try and catch the guy for like your tutorial, and the game is so fun. Like, I got it for the PS3, and the game was fun on the PS3, it was really good, but there were some frame rate issues which made the game lack a bit, so I bought it on the Xbox instead, and dude, the game was fucking awesome. Like, the game it runs smoother on the Xbox. I don't know why the PS3 has issues with games with high frame rates, but it does. Like, the game was meant to run at 60 frames, but it only ran at 30 on the PS3. I don't know why this is. It's beyond me. But anyway, I got it again. I traded it in, got it again for the Xbox, and never looked back. So that is my top 5. This is my top 5 pick for movie games. So thanks for watching this video, guys. This is Everybody Loves a Top 5, and please leave your comments down below of your top 5 movie games, if you've ever played any or bought any, or even if you recommend a movie game to me so I can have a go of it. Not like Iron Man, please. Or why don't you leave a video response, guys? Because video responses, I haven't had any yet, you know. So video responses are awesome. I want to hear what you guys think. I want to see what you guys say. I want to hear you guys. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I'm Sandman. This is Everybody Loves a Top 5, and peace.